Hey y'all, today I'll be making you some old-fashioned potato salad in Mattie's kitchen. And I'll be using, of course, potatoes. These are yellow potatoes, and I cut them up in this size because I want them, some of them, make sure when you're cutting your potatoes, make sure all of them are about the same size, because if you're not, they'll cook a little different. And I don't like for mine to be too little. Some of these are kind of big, and I'm going to cut them just a little bit. Vegetables are, this is celery, chopped celery. Okay. Green peppers, chopped green peppers. Okay. Onion, yellow onion. I use a yellow onion because it's kind of sweet and I like them better. But make sure when you're doing your vegetables, make sure that they're chopped real fine, because you don't want to taste vegetables like that. You want the juice to go into the potatoes so you can season them well. And I'm using eggs for the potato salad, eggs. And this vinegar is for the egg. When you pour the vinegar in the water, and if the white come out, it'll help the white from coming out the egg at the egg crack. Okay, and I'll be using mayo, sweet relish, mustard, just yellow mustard, salt, pepper, and of course paprika only for, just decorating garnishing the potato salad. Okay, I'm gonna add some water to these potatoes. Make sure the water is cold. Just want to cover them a little bit. Okay, I'm covering the potatoes. I'm gonna put them on here. I cut the potatoes down a little bit. I just hope they're not too big. And I'm gonna add some salt in here so I can season the potatoes. The salt will cook with the potatoes. Just a little bit you put in there. Cause how much you like salt, put a lot. If you don't, put just what I put in. Just a little salt. And you can, if you want to, you can put some pepper in there because it'll season it. It'll go into the potatoes. But I guess I might put a little pepper in there because it don't matter. Put it just because I want to season my potatoes. That's why I'm putting pepper in here. I want the pepper to boil with the potatoes and the salt. So I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna put this about middle. I'm gonna have it high till it start boiling. And make sure when you're cooking your potatoes, make sure you cover them up so they can cook faster. But make sure you check them, because you don't want them to get too done. You keep checking them, and once you taste one and it's soft enough, then you're ready to go. Okay, now here's my eggs. I don't know whether I need these many eggs, but if I don't, I can eat them later on. Okay, we'll put some water in here. You start with cold water for eggs. And make sure the water cover the eggs. You don't have to cover them like that. I'm gonna take this one out because it might not boil right. Okay, see the water's covering, that's enough water. And I'm gonna put this vinegar, cut it on. I'm gonna put this some vinegar in here. And like I say, in case of the egg crack, you can also, it'll help the white from coming out. I don't know what it does, but it does. I read that somewhere. Okay, and I got these on. I'm gonna put the top on here. I'm gonna let these cook. And I'll be right back in about 15. The potatoes gonna cook probably about 15 minutes. The eggs, I know at least 15 minutes for the eggs. And I'll be back. Yeah, okay. I told you about the vinegar. See how that egg cracked, but the white didn't come out. I think the vinegar does help the eggs from the white spilling out the egg. So it's cracked, but it's still cooking. No white in here. Okay. And my potatoes. That's right here. Potatoes. See that pepper in this? See, they're not ready. They haven't even begun to boil. but my eggs are doing pretty good, okay? Stir them up a little bit and make sure you taste them. See how these are looking? These are not done, but you don't want them to overcook. I like to see my potatoes in my potato salad because I just like to see that. And they're a little big, but that's okay. They ain't gonna hurt. You can cut yours a little small if you want to. Okay, the eggs are done. And I just see, I think that vinegar must have helped because you don't see no white and one did crack. And I don't see none of the white coming out the egg. Okay, I'm going to pour them in here and let them cool down. Okay. Add cold water. Now these are cooling down. I'm going to check my potatoes. In, the reason my potatoes are a little darker, and look, that's pepper, because I add the pepper to it, to my potatoes, and the salt, so it can season a little bit in here. Now I'm gonna test the potato. I'm gonna get one of these big ones and test it. See how is it ready? Cut this back up now. Put a little cold water, and I'm gonna test it, see if it's good to go. See? I'll give it about 2 more minutes. Almost ready, see? You don't want them to get too much doner than this, but you do want them to be soft because you don't want to have hard potato salad. Okay, I'm gonna let them cook about 2 or 3 more minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting ready to crack my eggs and see. And the best way to crack your eggs, make sure you have cold water and make sure you're taking, see how these are peeling. Crack them. If they don't peel good, like these are kind of hard to peel, just take it. No, they're not really hard though. They're coming right off. See? Let these cool off. They're looking good. Okay. And if they don't come off, just take and crack the eggs all the way around, and that should come right off. And put them in cold water. It should come off. The shell should come right off the eggs. Eggs are peeled, and I'm going to set them in the refrigerator so they can cool off, I got a little water in there. I'm just going to set them in the refrigerator so they'll cool off. Okay, the potatoes are done. I'm going to pour them in here and strain all the water off of them. Make sure when you're straining your potatoes, make sure that all the water is out the potatoes. Okay, I'm getting ready to cut my eggs up. You don't matter how you cut them, you just don't. I just cut mine like this right here. See, it's yellow. That did good. See, it's ready to go. And I got my potatoes in here too, so they getting all the water off of them, draining. Because you don't want a lot of water in your potatoes. So I cut this just like that. If you see them kind of big, just cut them like that. Don't matter. And then the water continue to drain. And when you're mixing your potato, it doesn't matter. When you're making your potato salad, and I always use a kind of big bowl so you can toss them good, they won't be mashed up. And I put them in a big bowl, and then I take and transfer them in a bowl that I want to serve them out of. Okay, the potatoes are done, the eggs is chopped. I spread the eggs over them. And once you mix them up, you can put them in, once you finish it, you can put them in any bowl you want to, because you don't want the bowl, you don't want the potatoes to be crowded and you're not able to spread the ingredients in them. Okay, I'm gonna pour them in here. They strained, all the water's out of them. Make sure all the water's out of them. Make them right in here. Okay, so no water was in there. The first thing, it don't matter, I'm gonna add the little onions. See, I'm gonna get a scoop for my hand, about a little, spread the onions over it. Let's start with that. You don't want too many. And see how they chop real fine, just chop them. Okay. And then I'll use some celery. And so I find they're chopped. Make sure it's chopped fine. Okay. And this right here, green peppers, this is the bell pepper. If you haven't eaten bell pepper in your potato salad, please try it, because it makes the green peppers, out of all the vegetables, to me, it seasons the potato salad the best to me. That's Mattie's kitchen now. And put some in there. Okay. And this sweet relish, I'm This is a screen. I guess this will work. Hope it don't fall through. I saw this in my kitchen, so I'm gonna use this one because I don't want the water to be in it. That much water. Okay. Some of the juice out of it. I'm gonna pour these over here. Let's see how that look when I finish it. And I'm gonna add some mustard, a little mustard. Mustard give it color, and it just give it color. Just squeeze some in there, a little bit, because you want the color. And I'm gonna put some pepper in here. This is old-fashioned potato salad, y'all. We didn't have all that other modern stuff when I was coming up. I'm gonna put some salt. I already had seasoned my potatoes a little bit, so I'm gonna taste them before I add a lot of salt. Okay, and I got my mayo. The mayo kind of slowly because you don't want it to get too wet. So I'm gonna put this in there. That was 3 tablespoons in there for a bag of potatoes. Okay, I'm gonna stir them up gently. See? You don't want to mess up your potatoes. That wasn't enough mayonnaise, so I'll put a little bit more in there. And I'm looking at my vegetables also. I've been cooking a long time, and I know I don't have to really measure because I'm used to it, but you know, I just use a little handful, so that's not good enough. I'm gonna add some more mayo. Okay, you don't want to add that too fast. This is old-fashioned potato salad. That's what how my mama used to make it. See how gentle I'm stirring this so that the potatoes can look like potatoes when you finish. I have seen some mashed potatoes, and that looks funny to me because I'm not used to seeing that. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit more mustard in because it's kind of white. You want them to look kind of yellow. That's a good look. Okay. So I chop it up a little. I add a little bit more vegetables. Let's see, I put a little celery, just a little celery. Just a little bit. Because I use, like this way, this is a good measurement for me. This would be 3 of these. I did this 3 times with each vegetable. I'm going to use the green peppers. Okay, like I love the green peppers in here. And I'm going to put a little bit more mustard for color. See that mayo? You don't need no more mayo. I know I don't need no more of that. See? Okay, now I'm gonna put a little sugar because you know why I use sugar, because I use mayo. Now if you use that miracle salad dressing, you don't have to add sugar because it's already got sugar in it, but I don't like that, so I use a little sugar. Put a little sugar in there, just a little sugar. You don't want much. Just add a little, and you're gonna taste it when I get through. I'm gonna taste it because when you're cooking, always taste your food and make sure you taste your food and make sure it's seasoned like you like it. If you like it, most everybody else will like it too. I always taste my food before I serve it and see what I need. It's looking pretty good. Like potatoes supposed to look. Okay. Okay, I'm getting ready to transfer them in the bowl I want them doing. And when you do them, kind of do them like that so it can look good. Food, I mean, I don't care how food tastes. If it don't look good, it's not, I don't like it. Watch myself, okay? See? I'll stick in there. Now this is the bowl I'll be serving it out of. It might be too deep, but that's okay. don't flatten them down. Some people take them and spread them, have them so flat. I like for mine to be a little chunky. They look better like that. Okay, good potato salad. The potato salad's finished. I'm gonna sprinkle a little paprika over it. That's just for garnishing, making it look good. I don't want to put too much in there. See? I always be heavy-handed with paprika. Okay, that's good enough. And that's my potato salad. And enjoy. The potato salad's ready, and I'm putting it on this serving plate. See how good that look? Okay, put a little bit more in there, just for the looks. So here's my potato salad, and it's good to go from Mattie's Kitchen. If you like this, please subscribe, and make sure when you subscribe, I have some flowers, the world's most beautiful flowers. Make sure you check my flowers out. And I cook a lot of things. If you want me to cook something, let me know. And look at the Forshire family. And my salmon croquettes, they are doing very well. They are doing very well. Look at that too, and make you some salmon croquettes. Okay then, thank you.